Or some people feel like your truth is not as exciting as a lot. The U.S. war in Iraq. Hey, family. Hey, family. This is, excuse me. This happens every time I drink my Diet Pepsi. I get the. But look, family, this is the Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Boom, boom, boom. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Boom, boom, boom. Steve Copeland from the boy. I'm gonna make a record out of that one. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Boom, boom, boom. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Hey, family. Mental health condition. Mental health. I said help. That one too. Conditioning. You know, I was thinking about this, family. Mental health. You know, we go through a lot. And I made some little videos on this, right? And y'all know me. Basically, when I say what I do, I don't want to take the title because I haven't been actually certified as a life coach, but that's what I do, right? I didn't become a certified life coach because I didn't want boundaries set on me for the way that I help people. I am the type of individual because I sponsor men and women. My goal is to take you deep inside as a sponsor, personal experience to take you deep inside to look at those things that's causing you pain and misery in your life today. You get me? To help you, to teach you some coping skills. So I am not going to just sit back and have you open up some wounds, right? Or the wounds are already open and they are paralyzing you in today. The goal is to teach you how to better handle those issues as they come. But most importantly, the goal is to help you push them out of your head. Can I do it again? Can I do it again? Is to help you push those past traumas and whatever that's coming up in your life today. This is March the 2nd to help you push those issues out of your head. Because normally it's past trauma that's causing us pain and misery in the day. And it could be life challenges too. You get me? But most of the time, when there's stuff that's coming now, you work through that more faster. But when it's something that was from the past and it comes back to haunt you, those are the things, time to time, that it's a little harder that's a little harder for us to shoot out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. But wait a minute. So this is the goal of talking about men, mental health, conditioning, and getting the proper help to help you cope with those life skills or life issues. I try to watch my words because I don't want to make it sound so. You get me? But I know they're there, but I just don't want to. You already in a state of depression, you get me, or you going through certain changes. So I don't want to say nothing to make you go, because you already there. So I try to watch certain words because I want to bring in motivation, words of motivation, encouragement, empowerment, strengthen you, and you know, to help you stand firm on no matter what you're feeling inside, not to allow whatever it is to break you down. At least to be able to get through it in a more healthy way. That's what Steve Copeland is about, family. Okay? So men's mental health, right? Not just men. But I shared this earlier and I'm going to say it again, family, because I don't want to get too far away. Queens. When I talk about Steve Copeland, I want to make this very, very, very clear. When I talk about Steve Copeland, I was taught if a man don't know where he came from, he won't know where he's going in life. At 64 years old, I'm not a child, you get me? No more. So whenever Steve Copeland go inside of here to start sharing about any topic I might put up, I'm coming from a personal level of experience. Some things that might have happened during my teenage years, some stuff that might have happened during my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm more settled now in life. You know, once I became a half 100, 50, you work for peace. And if you don't have a lot of your stuff together by the time you turn 50, I don't know what else to tell you. So I had to go back and I had to discover where I came from. And I ain't talking about Africa. I'm not talking about no islands. I'm not talking about no lineage, heritage, stuff along that line. You get me? Because when I did my ancestry, just to share a little bit with y'all, the Copeland family, my great-grandfather, Elliot Copeland, father was a white man. So my great grandfather's father, the great, was a white man trying to go to the third grandfather. My great-grandmother had 4 kids all together. So I was just reading back and I read up about my grandfather. And I didn't take the names of his brother and sisters to do the research with them. I was just focusing on my grandfather, my great-grandfather, I'm sorry, family, heritage as well. So as I was going back to the Copelands, right, the Copeland, and as I was traveling back down, it went from like Cope to Copley to Cope, you know, it was breaking down throughout the centuries, right? And I found a group of white people that did their ancestry as well. And every name to be Copeland, how it was broken down into Copeland, right? Traveled the same things. I said, oh my God. So I had to join the group, right? Because I had did that during my ancestry. I went back to the 1600s, right? And it was going into royalty. Now, from there, right, God jumped me as I was traveling back to the 1600s. From there, God jumped me straight to Jeremiah. He took me to Jeremiah, first chapter, verse 4. And if I change the words up, just bear with me to understand where I'm coming from. When God came to Jeremiah in a dream, and this is the first chapter, verse 4. When God came to Jeremiah in a dream, God told Jeremiah, God was talking to Jeremiah, and God said, as God was talking to Jeremiah in that dream, it was like he was talking to me. And he said, Steve Copeland, I knew you before I put you in your mother's womb. Basically, if you continue reading it, it'll talk also about before the foundation of this world. He knew me. Then he went on to say, I put everything in you that I called you to go out and do. Now, mind you, he's talking to Jeremiah, but he said my name. He was talking to me. So, all right, what that did, that began, I'm already on my journey now, but it helped me to understand too my purpose and my mission, not based around y'all. No. I remember telling my sponsor, I believe I had a calling on my life as a child. I believe I just didn't know where God wanted me to go. So by this time, when I got clean and everything, right, the goal was or is to follow up and go and walk in the purpose that God called me for. So everything I do, family, as a community activist, as a human rights advocate, as a homeless advocate, and I'm going to share this with you, and I know it's going to fly right over your heads. Look at the reason why Christ came, or God came into the flesh among this earth. He came to his lost generation of people. And if you don't get it now in the New Testament, let's go back to the Old. The same way God told Moses to go tell Pharaoh, I said, let my people go. The same way our politicians and organized religion is enslaving and oppressing the people with the laws they created. Okay? So when he took me there, the same way he told Moses to go tell Pharaoh, I said, let my people go. They're not your people. So do y'all realize a lot of times when I open up my big mouth and I'm talking to our lawmakers, I'm talking to our religious, I want to say organized religion that tends to enslave and oppress the people. That's not all religion. I'm talking about the ones that want to dominate people's lives and control their lives. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Just like he was telling Moses. And I'm going to bring it up now. I'm going to bring it up to date. I just need y'all to bear with me while I'm talking to help y'all understand a little stuff. Right? You understand, I didn't see all this at first. Let my people go. So I'm looking at Moses' mission. I'm looking at when Pharaoh told the midwives, all the firstborn males of the Hebrew Israelite women, what he said, unalive. That's for TikTok's sake. He said, kill him. Let's come up. Y'all know history. Y'all know his story. Y'all know his story better than you know your own story. Let my people go. So when I look at the school to prison pipeline, starts off very, very young. Don't educate my black men, young men. Thank you, KY, for explaining some other stuff to me too. Because some of them are being set up to become criminals to go to that big old slave plantation. So now you want to go to 1619? Y'all know Bible. I don't have a doctorate degree in theology. I went to seminar classes early on, but I couldn't continue because of my job. So the Holy Spirit told me, Steve Copeland, I'm teaching you everything you need to know. I was like, okay. So as I'm traveling from 1619 on up, and I want y'all to keep in mind, it was black people already here, working the farms, working the land, white people as well. But the thing was, they was getting paid. And the reason why they did what they did with the people that's supposed to have came from across another land, because they didn't have no way to get back home. So they knew they would be stuck here. Do y'all realize that? And then this is what I heard too, right? I don't know, because I wasn't there. Actually, they took some people over towards Africa and then came back and said they got them from Africa. But if you understand what slavery really is, that's a form of cheap labor. That's what your prison is designed for. A form of cheap labor. And I'm surprised y'all can't see it. I am. And that's the whole goal of trying to teach our young men, mainly, not to go out here and commit these violent crimes where they will be put on that big old prison slave plantation. 1619, right? We know it still exists today. But the thing is, how do you break it? How do you break it? Or how do you slow it down? If we can't break it, because it is what it is, if you go out there and commit a crime, you're going to do the time. So how can we encourage and motivate our young black men? And it's not just the black men. I know the white ones and the different races, and I know all that. But I can only speak for where I'm at with the black community for right now. Now I'm coming up. Watch. A lot of the stuff that happened from way back then, I did not know and understand until a guy told me, a Hebrew Israelite. He said Christ came back to redeem them. Because you know they were screwing up. Back to the Father. Not y'all. I was like, what? What you mean tell me? He said, yeah. And guess what? When I read it again, just to know that the Israelites was God's, I'm going to say chosen people, right? He was right because of what I read for that. I'm going to say time frame. Christ came back to redeem them back to the Father. But not just them, those who believed in him. And I said, okay, I got it now. He came back to help people correct their wrongs. He came back to get donations to give back to the community. Rather it was clothes, rather it was food, rather it was housing, rather it was furniture. Oops, that sounds like the 16-foot box truck. Giving back donations to the community. What did Christ do? He came back to help build up. Mainly with your marginalized people. Did our distress people, I'm trying to watch my words, y'all. Our distress people. Now, if that's not clear enough for you, I'm talking about our homeless and less fortunate individuals that's not getting the proper help from the state and the government. Housing and all of that. That's why I started the LaTanya D. Copeland House of Hope program. To help those that's slipping under the cracks. That's all. Strengthen the community to go back up and build back up. Didn't Christ come? And him and the disciples was in the community. So I'm now catching. Now I hope I'm not losing you because I want you to understand. If a man don't know where he came from, and I'm talking about before my mom and my dad got together, and he put me in my mom. If you don't know where you came from, you won't know where you're going. So I got to look back at who created dad, by his mommy, and up. You get me? Or his story, like, oh, you get me? And I was like, oh my God. Now I'm going to say in the spirit sense, you get me? Because some people might not feel like this, but this is what God was showing me. He started showing me. At some point in time, I was in the presence of the Creator before he put me in my mother's womb. Blew me away. And when I seen that family, even though I did my family, I'm going back now because I want to know, like most of us do. After that, I didn't worry as much as like what tribe I came from, what island, stuff like that. And look, when y'all share that information, I love it. Because I did study as much as I could, but it's just holding it here. You get me? But when I hear y'all talk about certain things and I'm listening to your memories and how you holding it, I'm like, wow, because I can't hold water. But look, a chill just went through me, right? But the information y'all be giving, I be like, oh my God. It amazes me because I look at the study, the knowledge, the wisdom, but not only that, family. We know what our ancestors went through. We know the hell and the struggle they went through, right? We understand the hell and the struggles that we're dealing with today, right? But what are we doing to turn it around? What are we doing? Because I ain't gonna sit here and complain. You know why? Because I started realizing, family, can't nobody hold me back from being the great man I am but me. I'm the one that had to put in the work, you get me? I'm the one that had to read and study and search just to get a better understanding of Steve Copeland. I'm not lost today. But because I've been found and I'm not lost, because my eyes are open and I'm not blind. So I see. And because of the rough life that I used to live, men, the lying, the manipulating, the cheating, the rotten lifestyle, and for God to touch me and turned it around, I can only give it back. I can only give it back. And that's what I was called to do, is give back what was freely given to me. I ain't like your organized religion charging you a price. I mean, you can donate if you want, I'm just saying. I ain't asking for 10% of your money. But you can donate if you want, though. But the thing is, when I say help me, help them. When I say help me, help them, I'm talking about our homeless and less fortunate individuals. I'm talking about the people that's in the inner poor communities, the black Wall Street, right? Black Wall Street. I'm talking about the Black Wall Street that our politicians allowing to fall apart because they ain't putting a lot of money in. Because I'm telling you now, I was at Brandon Scott's budget meeting with that 4.2 billion. And I heard him talk about everywhere that 4.2 billion gonna go, except for in the inner poor community. I said, I'll be god darn. Brandon, me and some people, right? I can't mention their names, but what we're going to start doing, because he didn't say anything about putting the money in the city. So I shared with him the housing program that I've been working on with other people about rehabbing and revitalizing houses. Now I'm at their budget meeting and I raised my hand because my thing is, since you're not doing what y'all supposed to do to rebuild back up in the black community, we will. And that's all I wanted him to know. I was really disappointed. 4.2 billion. I think I looked at the other. This was in 2023, just before I got arrested in March. That I went to his budget meeting March 11th. I got arrested March the 12th. But anyway, my director of Communities United told me to go gather the information and come back and let everybody know. I wasn't able to go back to let her know what was what. They did not know I was locked up. It wasn't until I came home that I called my director and told her what happened. But the only reason why I'm saying this, family, I'm coming up, right? I've been called. That's why my mouth is my biggest weapon towards the body of Christ. So I fight against evil. I fight against evil. I fight against corruption. I fight against that system that tends to keep God's people enslaved and oppressed. What was Pharaoh trying to do? And God said, let my people go. Moses couldn't speak that well. But God put the words in his mouth, in his heart, on his mind, that he wanted him to say out his mouth. That's the same things I ask God to do with me. I'm not a very educated man, but it's just getting the words out. Put the words on my mind and my heart that you want me to say out my mouth. Did you see what I just did? Put the words you want me to say on my mind and my heart that you want me to say out my mouth. I'm just a messenger. And a lot of times y'all miss it because you're too busy looking at the messenger and not the message. Then I'll share with y'all, because I'm not trying to fix stuff by myself, even though I run off at my mouth. I had to get with other people in Baltimore City to make sure we line up to get certain things in the community done. I ain't one that's going to just talk about it. I already understand what's what. So why am I steady talking about it? The goal with that is, now I just thought about Baltimore City, a city in crisis. Do y'all know I spoke out about that with Mackenzie Frost about the work that strengthened, she called it strengthening a community, but it's strengthening the community and what we do to build back up. She was the one that gave me that title, the voice for Baltimore City, Mackenzie Frost. I met great people, Pastor Hathaway, Dr. Humphrey, Andre Bundy. I grew up with him when we lived around White Lock. He lived on Madison Street. I lived on Linden Avenue in Utah. They lived on Madison. We grew up together. But I'm only sharing this to help you understand, my brothers and sisters too. If you don't know where you came from, you won't know where you're going. And that's why we have a lot of lost people in society today. And if you old and you're not settled, then you're still lost. You're still trying to figure out your life. I'm in granddaddy mode now. So it's not about trying to figure my life out. It's already designed, walking in it. But the goal is now, right, to just take what I'm working with and boom, up. But I can't do it by myself. That's why I have to network. If a man don't know where he came from, he won't know where he's going. And this is Monday, men's mental health, conditioning. So I wrote some stuff down, right? Because I'm trying to encourage and motivate and empower our men. One thing about me, I really had to get to know Steve. So when I say I'm a loving, caring, kind, considerate person, that's me. If I say that I can be a rotten, no good son of a sea biscuit, manipulating, rotten, that's part of me too. It's still the same person. I have a negative side of me and I have a positive side. We call them assets and liabilities with your personality and your character. But what I had to do was flip it. Rather than running around with hatred and bitterness and all that type of stuff, I had to learn how to love. I had to learn how to forgive. But now, mind you, all of this had to start in me. I had to learn to love Steve Copeland. I had to learn to admire Steve Copeland. I had to tell myself I'm the best looking thing walking on this earth. I might not be, but in my mind I am. And I ain't gonna say I'm not. I don't care how good another guy might look. God dang it, I look better at 64 with my teeth missing in the front. I look even better. And those are things I had to tell myself to build up my self-esteem, right? So I'm just saying, brothers, I'm just saying, when you feel like the woe is me, go in the mirror. Cause I go in the mirror and I be like, damn boy, you done trimmed this up real nice, and you done this and that, and you know, I look at myself and say, man, you're a handsome dude, you're a nice looking man. I'm like, yeah, cause I gotta believe it in me. I gotta believe it in me. And sometimes I step across that line, right? Cause I already know I'm a good looking man, and I'm a nice looking man. You can tell me that, and I be like, thank you, but I already know. So those are the things that I had to do for Steve to build up his character, to build up his self-esteem. But y'all will want to turn it down. No, you're not. You're drinking too much coffee. You need to go get your teeth cleaned. Or I brush them, and they never been white. You know, we all don't have white teeth. I hope y'all know that. They have a board with the different colors of your teeth when you do get false teeth, whatever, to blend in with your other teeth. When I went to a doctor long time ago, he came out with a board about that long and had colored teeth in it with certain, textures. So everybody automatically, I'm gonna just say, don't have white teeth. But you can polish them. Get that toothbrush stuff to help you clean whatever. I learned that a long time ago too, man. But guess what? Being a diabetic, I had to learn to take care of me. Eat more healthier. Working on coming off the medication. Because what they gave me only prolonged the illness. Just treating it. I want to be healed from it. So right now I'm doing everything I can to heal the body naturally. You get me? But let me read this. Men, mental health conditioning. And I wanted to come back with this prompt for some guys and the women too. Women will reach out more for help than men. But this is what I'm saying to our brothers. It's okay to seek professional help. Once you reach out towards that counselor and that therapist, and if they suggest, because of some of the mental conditions or issues that you're dealing with, if they throw the psychiatrist in, the way they're looking at it, you might need medicated. The therapist can't give it to you. Now you're talking with a psychiatrist. And they are the ones that end up putting you on meds if they feel the need or they feel some type of psychological issues there. Mainly to slow the brain down. And the whole goal of me saying this, men, when you sign up for the professional help, if you don't want to go in that term, the couch conversation is here. I don't have a problem because I sponsor men and women. I sponsor the people in my housing program, which is another word for it, being a life coach. Because the whole goal is to help you come out of that state and help you change the quality of this, your mindset, to point you more in a healthier way. So the thing, what I'm saying with that, once you seek out for professional help, stick to the program. Stick to your treatment. Because a lot of people will get into stuff, turn around, I don't like this, I don't like that, and they'll stop. But if your condition haven't changed, then you need to keep treatment going, because they will write out a plan for you to work through those issues. They should give you a plan to help you, I want to say, resolve those issues, but basically to recover from it a day at a time. To help you recover a day at a time. So you want to stick with your treatment plans. Prioritize your self-care. So when you looking at yourself, right? You in treatment. You starting to do exercise. And I shared this the other day. You starting to do yoga, stuff like that. You're starting to read books. Because I'm looking at the mental state, right? I'm looking at the mental condition, man. I'm looking at the work that it takes for us to get out of here. Now, I'm a walker. I come on my talk show. This is therapy for me as well, for me to run off in my mouth. This is how I release a lot of pressure for the day. I talk. That's my thing. That's that pressure cooker. I'm releasing that pressure cooker. So whatever that's bothering me, God dang it, I'm going to tell y'all, look, this is what I'm going through right now, blah, 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 blah. This is what I need to do to come up out of it, to stay out of it. And then I got to do the work to come up out of it and stay out of it, because I told y'all this is what I got to do to come out of it and come up out of it and stay out of it. So I'm talking about it. So the goal is, when you talk about it, the goal is that you starting to let it go. You're not just keeping it to yourself. You sharing it. Well, see, this is what's happening right now. Oh, I feel so much better. Oh. Or if I sit up here and I'm crying, guys, and I'm crying, guys, ask me how I feel afterwards. I feel so much better. I release the pressure. I release the stress. So when it comes to prioritize self-care, you might want to go. The barbershop cost the goddamn much, so I had to buy clippers and trimmers. And now I sent the way to get me the little knife thing, the little razor thing. Because I'm like, I be trying to cut the little baby hair right here, right? And I can do it. I got regular razors, right? But I need that. Yeah, baby. It's sharp. Where they trim it with the razor and the blade. So I ordered me one so I can go. And if I think I'm handsome now, I'm telling y'all, I already got me clippers. I got everything. But I need a better razor to trim, because I want this to look, when I trim it, I want it to be nice, neat, and clean. I'll be like, yeah. I'm talking to my brothers. Like, when your self-esteem is low, boy, and then sometimes, brothers, I ain't talking to you women. Sometimes, brother, I be looking at my little gray, right? Beijing 47. That's what I get. And I dye this. I'll let it sit for a while, a long time. Then I wash it out real good. And what it does, it makes my beard looks a lot fuller. And not only that, I'm 64. I be looking like I'm 46. I'm telling you. When I do that right there, and sometimes guys, I be thinking about dyeing this, right? But my biggest fear, I might start 304 again. Y'all don't know what 304s is over here in Baltimore? I might start running the streets again. Because you can't tell me I ain't no good looking man and all of them want me. So I'll be like, nah, Steve, don't die. Because you might start and don't do it, Steve. Don't do it. A man don't know where he came from. He won't know where he's going. Basically, I'm saying if you don't know yourself, you get me? So I gotta be real with myself. I ain't gotta be fake and phony to me. Because I know me, right? So when it talks about prioritizing your self-care, loving yourself, embracing yourself, we got health issues. Make sure you get yourself taken care of. I'd rather know what's going on with me than not to know. So I can get the proper help, man. Building a support network. Building a support network. It's nothing like men talking with men. Because real understand real. So when men come together, in my case, because I'm a little bit older, and I can see the lies, the manipulating, the games, you know, mainly when you got young men, I'm going to say between at least 30, 35, 40, coming like that. When I hear you talking about your manhood a lot, like that's top priority to you, I'd be like, darn, I guarantee they about 35. And they normally are around their age. And I'll bust out laughing. Because I remember when I was 35 and I chased all the girls around the world. No matter what the weather, what the weather, what the weather. I was out there trying to get them. But I grew up as time went on. I don't know why I'm doing this. We became separated, and I had to look at me. Steve, what's going on with you that you feel like you need to sleep with her? Almost said to him, but it wasn't to him. I was scared of him, but the her. Wait a minute, you look too much like a her too. No, a her. You got to be careful. A lot of men don't be honest like Mike. To thy own self be true. And guess what? I love when me and the brothers can sit down and talk and go deep for some personal issues that might have happened during childhood, you get me? And they still current that, or they practicing certain behaviors in the here and now, and they know it's an unhealthy behavior, but we can sit and we can talk. And the goal is to encourage you, to motivate you. If whatever you're doing, right? I did not know a lot about on the down low. One of the guys that I sponsored helped me understand what that was. Right? Get it? I didn't judge him. Then another guy that I sponsored, every time he would get toe up, he did that. But now that he clean, he messed with women. But I'm only saying this, family, because I want the guys to know and understand. I'm just saying this to help you understand it's okay for the choices that you make in life. I'm not that one that's going to judge you, but I don't have a problem if we sitting down and we talking so that you can learn to be comfortable and happy with yourself. That's all that matters. And then if it's to the point where you want to break certain habits, our goal is to support you in breaking the habits. I might can't relate in that sense, but when it comes to me sleeping around with this one, that one, this one, that one, this one, that one, I understand the addiction within itself. The SMEX or the sex addiction. I understand it. How you trying to feed what's ever in here because you're not comfortable with you. So you're going to run, man. I done all that. And most of the females I slept with was half my age. I didn't mess with them under 18. I didn't mess with them under 18. But believe me, they was half my age. A lot of y'all in Baltimore City that knows me, I talk about how, like when I was doing NA meetings and stuff like that, I would talk about how I messed with them over 18, but under 21. Then it got to the point, I said, I'm going to stop messing with them that young. So it was over 21, but under 25. That's still young. Because a lot of them, I was old enough to be their fathers. They didn't know. I had to tell them. Some didn't know I was married. I had to tell them. My buddy Steele and them was talking about this on that panel. I wanted to go up because people knocks me out how they share their opinions on stuff. I said I would love to come up and share my personal experience as someone who did what he did. Because if you don't really understand why, but you want to try to figure out. But my thing is, it was like 7 of them on the platform. And I know at least 1 or 2 of y'all was freaking cheaters. And you know why you stepped out. Sometimes you got to share with people. It wasn't my wife's fault because I stepped out. I was always the cheater. I couldn't tell you if she cheated on me or not. That was her problem. That was her issues that she got to deal with. I had to deal with mine. So when I hear people talk, and I know the 2 of us, I'm the one that made the decision to run. And I can tell you why I ran to the arms of other women. And stop thinking because a person cheat don't mean they love their mate. That's not true. I can tell you that right now. It wasn't the point of me loving my mate. It was the point of me starting to hate me in the inside. So I started sedating my feelings. That's why you need to ask the person. Because I done the work to find out. If a man don't know where he came from, he won't know where he's going. See, a lot of y'all want to share on stuff that you have no personal experience on. But ask somebody that does it, that did it. Each one teach one. And it blows my mind when I hear y'all over there trying to, well, he didn't really love that person, or they didn't really. Yes, they did. It was just the point of the pain in the inside of me. And that little boy went running. Did you hear what I just said? The little boy went running. The adult had to get the little boy back under control. And that's when it's called self-care. That's when it's called self-work. That's when it's called reaching out for counseling. That's when it's called talking to a therapist. And if I felt like, because of whatever I was feeling, that I needed to talk to a psychiatrist because of psychological issues, that wouldn't have never been a problem. Because I do talk with them, but more about the clients. So I'm only saying this, family, because if I ever need to talk with a therapist, a counselor, a psychiatrist, just to make sure my life, that's all. I just want to make sure I'm still on that spiritual path. Because sometimes we can get to walking and we'll start straying a little bit and not realizing. So I'll share stuff with people about me so that they can say, yes, Mr. Copeland, just from me telling them whatever, you are heading in this direction. And they'll point out to me. And once they point it out, I'm the one that got to do the work to change it. Because now I got to go inside. Because that's all they're going to do. So I already know. But the goal is, if a man don't know where he came from, he won't know who he is today. It's called self-help. Networking. Talking with other men. I need men. To thy own self be true when you're dealing with Big Steve. I can relate better. If you was in that role of being a whoremonger, let's talk. If you was in that role of being a male 304, let's talk. When I say I'm a retired sugar daddy, that means I never have a problem with taking care of women. Y'all need to catch it. When I say I'm a retired sugar daddy, I don't have no problem spending money on women. I got 4 daughters. And anything they want, I'm going to make sure they have. Thank God they're independent women. I can save money. Then I got a son, get ready to turn 23. He working now. And he playing soccer and stuff. I ain't got to worry about him going, Dad, can you give me $200? Can you give me $300? And this is mostly our conversations, but he working. I have no problem. I got 2 granddaughters and a grandson. I got nieces and nephews, and they know Uncle Steve is here for them. So the reason why I'm saying this, family, as a man, as a patriarchy, I was taught as a man to be responsible and productive by Barbara Jean Copeland, which was the matriarch of the family. And I ain't talking about trying to control and dictate that woman's life. That's not what I'm talking about. But as a patriarchy, as that man, and look up the definition of it. Basically, everything it talks about, I'm talking about the positive stuff of it. I do. But then when it got to the part where it says something about controlling women and stuff like that, like, heck no, that ain't good. Now, I want the right things for the women, don't get it wrong, but it's not to manipulate you and play you. No. And that's the only part that I read, to be honest with y'all, that I got mad about because I'm like, not when it come to our women. And I keep going to this. I watched my mother raise 7 children by herself. So when it comes to our women, I want the best for our women with children. You get me? So don't get me twisted into that other bull jump. That's not Steve Copeland. That's not me. Whatever I do is independent. So that means you got to have a little income. We'll meet you where you at. And the goal is I became a truck driver at 21. Made good money. So I know, family, when you get into like apprenticeship programs, cosmetology, nursing, bricklaying, welding, I know you can make good money. That's the whole goal of meeting you where you at, to help you prosper in that sense. All right, Queen, that's the whole goal. I seen it happen for me. I retired from trucking at 58. I started strengthening the community to go back and help others, our ex-offenders, our returning citizens, our veterans. Ask Marlo Hargrove. Ask Janet Graham. These people work with our returning citizens. Not just Janet Graham just don't work with the men. She worked with the teenagers. I was like, wow. Look at Uncle T. Look how he promoting our young men. He got a young guy with him that you know, a photographer, right? I'll be watching them because I can't be hands-on with a lot, right? So I have to watch them from a distance. 9 times out of 10, I'm watching them on YouTube, right? Because they recording their stuff on YouTube. And if I see it on TikTok, that's how I stay up to date with what people in our community doing. We, ours, us. When they go live, it shows right up on my Facebook page. Jiz, Mark, Cannon. He has a radio thing. So a lot of the stuff he will send over to the pages. Men of Integrity. Stephen Copeland Sports and Talents. Will. Mark. Gloria. Any things. Feeding people too. I'm trying to think of your name, Queen. Please forgive me. Because she's with the food. I'm trying to think of the name of the nonprofit. But they send things over to my Facebook page. Like where food pantries are at. Then you might have somebody say, I'm in a hotel. I don't have no money to feed my family. So one of us will go, or we'll come together, put money together and feed them. But you know and understand, we can't, in my case, save everybody. We can't, or I can't. But I know when I look at all them other organizations that's out there in the community doing what they doing, I'm like, thank you, God. Because it takes a lot of weight off of that individual, because I know they feeding the food bank, they feeding, giving, you know, products to these nonprofits to give back. And that's the part of having a support network, brothers, to help you understand you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. It's a lot of men group out there that's doing great work in the community that you can become a part of if you want to build back up. Because I'm just saying, if you're already doing great things, beautiful, beautiful. But when you start feeling spiritually, mentally, and emotionally drained, you need people around you to build you back up. I was listening to my daughter today, right? Now, mind y'all, in April will be 25 years since we've been at the Church of the Redeemed. And she said somebody said something to her. And she told them because of the way, she was raised. She grew up in the church. So she only feeding back. And I'm talking with her. And I'm telling her how proud I am. Because we can become fixers, right? But we only giving back. And that's what she was doing. And then we started talking once again about the relationship thing and how we love hard and deep. And we try to fix your mate. But then after a while, you realize, I can't fix them. They got to get the necessary help. And I'm laughing at her, right? Because we speaking the same language. And it's not to hate nobody. It's not to be mad at nobody because of the way they treated us. And we tried to tolerate it. It's just that it comes to a point in your life where you have to set boundaries. And that was the last question on here, setting boundaries. When y'all hear me say, I stand firm on my morals, my values, my principles, my integrity, my worth, I had to grow to a point, and it's not you, but I had to grow to a point in my life where I had to set healthy boundaries for myself. Because yes, from time to time, unhealthy people will slide in. And this is what I was telling my friend, Popcorn. I said, sometimes you can see the bull crap in somebody, but I'll look past your bull crap because I might see the good one. But if you allow that evil, nasty side of you, your bull crap, to show up more, and you're not willing to do the work to change it, you got to go. And this is something we was talking about the other night. And it's not that I dislike you, I hate you. None of that. It's just that if we don't align, you got to set boundaries. I pray, and I pray all the time. God, please send some God-fearing, like-minded people in my life. And I was told, keep your circle small. So you setting boundaries. God. So, in setting boundaries, right, Sometimes you'll trust the untrustable, but you might not realize it when they first come. But as time go on and you see that snake for who they are, but you see the beautiful side of them, but you see the snake for who they are. You see the beautiful side, but the snake. The beautiful side, but the snake. So am I going to deal with your snakish behaviors? And if I feel as though that behavior I might end up behind bars because of your corrupt lifestyle, I don't want your part of this, but I do. No. So those are some of the things we have to do when it comes to setting boundaries, right? As a recovering addict, not being smart. If you on Smugs and everything, and that's for the TikTok, Smugs, but I'm talking about, I'm not going to knock you. Don't get it wrong. The goal is to help you, but you ain't got to worry about us hanging out. Not if we going to places where people are using and smoking and, you know, and all like that, right? No. I was taught to change people, places, and things. I used to get high with my family. I had to separate myself from my family when I first got clean. Do y'all know how hard that was? But y'all want to sit up here and talk about my buddy, my this and that. I go to prison for this person, that person. I'm talking about family, blood relatives. I'm talking about the older ones. Most of them are gone now. I had to change people, places, and things. I had to stop hanging out with my best friend, Bruce, from the first grade on up. I've been knowing him for over 50 years. I had to remove myself. Because he was a person, he wasn't like me. He was a person that I can go to and hey, B, what's up, Will? He was a person I can go to, give $1 and get a lot of liquor. And because he didn't know, he was like an enabler for me. I had to get away from him. I had to stop going into bars and going into clubs. The only thing, once I got my life together, was to go back and help those that need the help the most. Love you too, bro. You know it. Love you too, Bede, man. You know you're very welcome to come up, Will. Request up if you want to come up. And I'm saying this because what's coming through my head, even though I'm looking at men's mental health, I'm looking at if a man don't know where he came from, he won't know where he's going. What's up? Wait a minute. I forgot this thing is down. I don't know. Every time I come over, I forget to turn it up. What's up, Will?
Chilling, man.
Where you at?
Miami.
You
had to pay $35 for parking, boy. They charge if you can find one down here, $35. But it is what it is, Steve. How you look? Good to see you, bro.
You too. I always talk about you, bro, because you know I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I talk about, you know, coming a long way.
Man, we used to talk almost all night on the phone, man. I can remember when you was the floor tech, and you first taught me the steps of floor tech. Then I remember you got the CDL. Then you came to my West Virginia to my wedding. at my wedding, you said, I'm not gay, but if I was a woman, I would marry Will. And you said that at my reception. I said, he's Stevie crazy.
But you know what? We could always play with each other like that, Will. And that's what I was saying earlier about like sponsoring men and stuff, how we could come together and be real. You get it? And
I didn't know how robbing stores was wrong.
Ah!
You was at Wabash. I came mess you up to the laundromat to do step work. I told you I was robbing stores. And you looked at me, you said, you think you did anything wrong? I said, no, that's the white man money. And you said, well, what about the people who got scared when you robbed them? What about the people who lost their jobs because they thought, and all of that? And then I look at it like that. That's the first time I realized what I was doing was wrong, bro. I mean, that's crazy, right? I didn't even know robbing stores was wrong.
But you know what, too? Your career, right? And how you did a lot of great things, but then you know how we do stuff. And then you might have went this way. Then you came back. Then you went this way. Then you came back. Then I love the fact you became a minister. You get me? And I look at what you post, and it's always words of encouragement from the Bible, spiritual stuff. And it just reminds me, man, of the journey that we all, I'm talking about from look, I think it's been like 32 years with you and I, because I got 33 years clean. So I met you even around my first year. But I always say I've been knowing you for 32 years, right? I said, we was all fathers, now we grandfathers now, right? And when I look at that, Will, I be blown away, bro. I be blown away.
The first person taught me how to share. I was sharing at a meet on Pennsylvania Avenue, Simmons. You came down there. You said, "Well, just share honesty." I was nervous. What did I say? And then I started sharing like you man, you would go and you should be putting everything out honest. And I emulated that. And I think that's what resonates with people with me today, because I learned how to be authentic and to share. And truth, faith, and trust. Steps 1, 2, 3.
Truth, faith, and trust.
Yeah, all of that, man. He said, well, in the first step, you got honesty, surrender, and acceptance. Second step, you got faith, hope, open-mindedness. And third step, you got surrender. He said, well, truth, faith, and trust. What helps me now, and I tell people, I was on my back porch one day. I was out looking outside. I had just relapsed. You said, well, you don't got a problem with staying clean. You can stay clean. You got a problem with being consistent. You said you need to be more consistent with your inconsistencies. Right? That's what you that's a mind. If you look how I post in the morning, a spiritual thing, all I'm saying to myself, consistency. Will be consistent. And you taught me that, man. I'm talking about 90, probably about 99, maybe. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at it, Will. And I just want to say this to you. I know I can't support you the way I would really, really love. And I know you do the comedy thing. And sometimes when I spot y'all over Simmons, I get pissed because I say he didn't tell me he was coming there. But if the goal, some days I'll be like, I'm gonna go trip out with Will and them, at the comedy stuff, right? And I love what you're doing. Just all I'm trying to get to, bro. I said the other day, I sponsor you, right? But I was talking about how we became friends. And I'm talking about moving away from just that sponsor thing to like, this my little brother. We became friends, and I share that, man, because not just you, a lot of y'all that I sponsor, man, you all of them. Basically, to me, I stepped across that line. But being a sponsor to us becoming friends. Wow.
Unequivocally say, I would not be the man I am without you. I can unequivocally know the stuff I live by and learn and practice today is what you taught me, Steve, and that's the God's honest truth. I just speak the truth, man. You and Simon, right, that I live by today. I didn't even know nothing about Jesus. I would go to the library at Park Heights, 12 o'clock meeting, and then after you pull off, I think we had what vehicle you had? You was Browns Memorial. You were talking about the blood of Jesus. And I say, what is this, dude? I'm talking about expose me to the practical application principles, how to live, how to pay bills, and I knew of God, but reintroduced me to God, man. So if you don't know, nobody ever tells you, man, that you changed their life. You literally changed my life.
But DJ, can I ask you a question, sir?
For sure.
Like, but I mean, like, he knows better though. He even knows better. Cause what Mama said, why you got your hat on in this house?
I'm in my own house.
But I said, well, I ain't talking about what you said. I said what Mama said about you wearing your hat in the house.
I'm in my own house. And I'm on my look, logic. And I'm on my logic. I'm on my talk show. I'm trying to look sophisticated.
I'm saying you over here blending in with the stairway, and you got your hat on in the house when you was raised better.
That's a picture of the stairway.
It don't matter what, it don't care.
And I
want to see your face zoomed in. Remember I asked you for up close?
Hold up. Wait a minute. He's a businessman, Will. Hold up, Will. Hold up. DJ. I'm sorry. Logic. Tell him who you work with. Population of people.
I work with Steven.
Now tell him what you do, Logic.
Well, until you address me as the anointed.
You making me all right. Come on, anointed one.
You said who do I work with? I never told anybody who I work with.
Logic. You didn't say you work. Didn't you say the work you do with your business?
What's that?
Stop playing.
You talking about what? You gotta tell me. I've said so much, and I don't know what I've said that you've heard.
All right.
Always on the panel.
Didn't you say you work with? I believe our veterans, right?
Oh, I thought you was talking. I know I have an apartment building that's catered to the VA for veterans who are transitioning back into society, whether it be retirement-wise or coming from the VA hospital. They're dealing with postpartum
services. Man.
Yeah, so I didn't know if you was talking about my day job. I didn't know you was talking about the apartment building. Yeah,
because when I heard you say that, right, I was just amazed because of the stuff. And I'm just saying that we do. You know, he's a retired veteran, right, Will? Okay. And he started his own comedy company. You get me?
Okay.
He's a promoter and a DJ for 7 years.
Okay.
And own a trucking business.
Right. Thank you.
I got a good joke for you, DJ.
What's that?
We looking at one.
Stevie a jokester anyway.
That's a retired daddy sugar. He's not a sugar daddy. He's a daddy sugar. You feel me?
Man, I remember Stevie Group with cornrows in his head. Oh my God. When he hit his middle age, he went young.
Pretty Ricky, what they called it.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Stevie, what you doing?
Hey, Will. Wait a minute, Logic. Now, mind you, I always dated younger females. And Will asked me, what did you say, Will, one day when I pulled up with a queen in the car?
You had cornrows, a Suburban. I was like, damn.
But look what you got, though. You got to look at the subliminal on your panel. KY Adventures.
You better leave KY alone.
I know she'll drop me like a heartbeat.
And Popcorn will too.
Hey, September the 12th, man, I'll be down Simmons, man. We're going to have the Misha House is coming. Monica's going to send Derek Mackey. We're going to have My Father's Heart. We're going to have Dr. Lady J. We're going to have Fathers Fighting for Fathers.
Oh.
I got a transitional housing program. I forgot the name. I was like 5 programs. They're going to come. We got food, clothing, 3 DJs, 3 comedians, free food, free everything, but it's going to be ex-offender resources, 2 recovery programs, 2 transitional houses, all for personal friends of mine, man. September 12th. So you should know now. This is 9 months, 6 months in advance.
Man, you still going to have to remind me, Will. I'm 64, bro. I probably won't forget once I see you post it, and then you talking about Lady J and my man that I haven't seen in years, the one that
Marcus gonna be there.
Yeah, Marcus. Yeah, I'm proud of the work he's doing. And I'm proud of y'all being together because I've been seeing, little pictures of all of y'all, man. I'm just proud of y'all, man.
Thank you. Them are people's, man.
Woo! Lady J, that's my baby. And I know she embraces the ex-offenders or the returning citizens, right? And I don't know if she still do her Monday thing. Where
she sends me her podcast on Mondays, YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, because I be on mine.
The guy from he's letting go the chapter, the Guardian Angels chapter.
I know.
Marcus Strider.
I know.
Yeah.
Why did he say he's letting it go, Will? Because I didn't watch it, but I knew she was going to interview him.
I had already talked to him because I asked him to come September 12th, but he dealing with some health issues, man. And so, he could no longer carry the chapter. And I don't know his twin brother. I don't know if he had a life or whatever, but he dealing with health issues, man.
All right.
We had to, right.
Because my goal, it was years ago, because I had reached out to him for some of the stuff we do in the community. And my goal was still to try to connect. And when I heard that, Will, I'm like, shoot. But in my mind, I was like, I should go basically and run it. And I'm like, nah, I'm too old, for a lot of that. But I know the work it takes, and I know he was by himself a lot.
Right.
And I talked with him. I got his number in my phone. It might be an old number if he changed it. But, that's kind of sad, man, because I'm looking at the work that he do, but not having enough people to support what he doing. You get me?
Right.
And that's the hardest part with a lot of us, is getting our people to stand up and fight for themselves.
I was going to join it, but because I'll never be home. That's the only reason.
Right.
I drive the truck. But God bless y'all, man. I got to go to sleep, man. Good seeing you. Nice meeting you, Lonzy. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when I seen you, and oh my God, your daughter together. I'm trying to get her name. I'm getting old. Yeah. I felt like a proud uncle.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all was,
journey, right?
Yeah.
That was a journey, right? Yeah.
How many children do you have, Will? I'm sorry. How many children you got? See, I know the older ones, and then Destiny.
That's it. That's all. What the rest of them. Well, Kimani's in Tennessee. Nathan, he was born in St. Louis. That's Destiny's little brother. So when Destiny left here, she went to St. Louis.
But one of them about 6'7". Which one is that?
The youngest one.
Right. I'm like.
Yeah. Man, Lisa's husband died. She sold the house.
The YT Lisa?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about her because I was thinking about her the other day. How's she doing?
Definitely still talk to her because that's her godmother.
Okay.
But, man, and I knew her. I introduced her to her husband. We was locked up together. He died, man. few years ago. It's been rough, and she wound up selling the house. But since then, man, it's been hard on her.
Oh man, because I thinks about it from time to time because I haven't heard nothing, other than what we talked about earlier. Was she still driving? Didn't she get in the truck and it was just you?
She went stopped driving, went to school, got an RN. They bought a house.
Okay.
And she won't. I'll be telling Destiny to tell her to call me. I mean, I ain't got no type of feelings, no way, but she don't really want to talk to me. But I didn't do nothing to her.
I was getting ready to say, I don't know why she don't want to talk to you, tight as y'all was.
Right, but all right, man, I gotta go, Steve.
All right. Love you, bro, and thanks for coming up.
Love you.
All righty.
What's going on, man? How you doing? Happy Monday.
Thank you. I'm doing great.